Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Satisfactory. I am Megazip. We are live on YouTube and Twitch. Hope you all had a good week. We're going to be doing some interesting things today. I have a tractor here. This is not my normal tractor. It's the one that's going to be part of this whole truck pathway system. As you can see, we're almost full on the smart plating here, so yeah, I got a full set of fuel there. I might add a container with some extra fuel in it at a little bit later, but right now we have to get the pathway sort of figured out, which is which is like the main feature of today's stream. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to get up top here just so I can kind of see, because we need to be able to make sure, you know, that the direction that we pick is right and all that. You know, we want to make it correct, because we have this universal, and then there's a tractor vehicle path. We're going to use the universal one, because why not? And you can kind of see it's got this sort of wave to it. It tells you which direction it's going. And I don't think you can you pick the direction? I guess we can. We can sort of determine which direction we want it to go. So that's cool. We can kind of pick directions. We can build mode straight or build mode default. So got a few options here. So let's sort of talk this out. So I've been debating on which direction I wanted to travel, whether I wanted it to come that direction and go here, or come this direction and go that way. And that's why he's kind of over there at the moment, Mr. Bean, kind of being in the way here. So I think I might go ahead and do it in this sort of direction, going like that. So let's sort of get that started here. Let's just see if it'll let me do what I want to do. So it's going to be a little bit different, because, you know, trying to make sure that everything works. So I'm going to try to go up. I'm trying to do it as high as I can here. So just curious to see how this is going to work. So it won't even let me go the other direction. So I'm forced to go a specific direction. Okay. Not exactly what I had in mind, but I guess that's what... I guess it only goes one way once you place it down, even though we can turn it whatever direction we want. It's kind of a shame. I kind of wanted to go the other way, you know? But, you know, it is what it is. We'll make it work. Oh, now I can go that direction. Okay, well, that didn't make sense. All right. Let's keep going here. We're going to have to kind of walk this through. Let's sort of go like that. There we go. Okay. What? No, 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 no. Hold on. Let me, let's go 6. There we go. All right. So let's connect these two paths here. Path turns too sharp. Okay. Okay. It's all learning here. Let me, let's do that. Can I, create one of those towers or something? Let's see. Where are they at? Are they in here somewhere? Here we go. Lookout tower. See if this will help me see better. Yeah, that should help me see a little better, right? Okay. Okay, there we go. That's working. Go down here a little ways. I don't know where to put this thing. Can I set it up here maybe? Trying to figure out where I can put that damn tower. Oh, hold on. Yeah, maybe I'll put it right there. Never really used these towers that much, so. All right. Probably to maybe right there. Path is too steep. Okay. Whoa. Trying to make sure I pick the right pathway here. There we go. Okay, let's go down a little bit further. Stupid bird in the way. Oh, where? Oh, that's because I didn't do it right. Okay. I gotta go down the trail. Did I not go far enough? Oh, right. I have to remember to go between the two trees here. That's why I messed it up. That's why it seemed a little awkward. Because I need to go through those two trees right there. Because that's where the trail is. That's where it goes. Okay. Man, you make one little thing and it just goes awkwardly the wrong way. All right, now I'm going to sort of go back this way here. Why would it? Oh. I think it's because this is in the way. Put it over here. Figured I would go ahead and fix the loop going this direction. Oh shit. Try it again. No, I didn't say I wanted to go that way. Why are you being so squirrely right now? There we go. Damn it. There. There, now it should be in place, right? So if I go and I check. Good. Alright. There we go. So I hope everybody had a good week so far. I'm been working on this. Not the truck pathing, mind you, but just getting some other things situated. We got the versatile framework we're going to try to work on today. And, you know, that's well, that's a monster in and of itself. Trying to do both of them at the same time here. That way I don't have to go both directions. Just sort of does it on its own, right? All right. A little further. So yeah, the main plan for today, we're going to get this done. We're also going to work on the versatile framework, and I already got a jump start on it, so that we don't have to watch everything from the beginning. Um, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. Why are you... Why are you trying to go the wrong way? That's not the way I'm trying to go. That's not the way I'm trying to go. Stop trying to go the way I'm not going. See how, see, that's going the wrong way. That's why I can't do it that way. Gotta do it this way. Why are you doing that? I'm not trying to do that. Weird. Okay. So far, so good. Anyway, once we get this set up, then we'll be able to see if the truck will do what I want it to do. Now, the only thing that I am concerned about is the fact that there is some, you know, those wild hogs over here that are sometimes in the roadway, and I don't really want them to get hit. And it is kind of tricky up here too, so we've got to be careful not to fall off this damn thing. Okay. Okay. Right over here, there's a cliff, right? I don't want to fall off the damn cliff, so... Okay. So we can go up here. Okay. So we do have to worry a little bit about these hog spawns. Hopefully it'll be able to handle it. You know, because they do like to spawn over here. How is it that it always goes extreme like that? That's not what I'm trying to do. A little bit of streams crossing here, but it's only going to be one truck, so I don't have to worry about too much issue there, I don't think. So, you can already see where the truck stop is. It's right there, so that's where we are going with this. At least with this one, anyway. Okay, I did not do that to that extreme. All right. I go down quite a bit. So here we go. All right. So I have to be aware of where I'm going here. Now I'm gonna just do the single pass first because these are gonna cross themselves, and then I'll just walk it right back up there. See if I can do it from up here. I didn't tell you to do that. Go like that. There we go. Now let's kind of observe all this. We can see it kind of crosses at that point. It looks like that'll work. All right. So now that I have the path in place, I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to get in the truck. We're going to see if this works. So I'm going to ride the path with it in it, with it doing all the work, and make sure it's functioning properly. Okay. If everything works according to plan, then I can move on to a versatile framework. And hopefully it doesn't have any issues. Now, ideally, I don't want the truck to go anywhere unless it's full, but, you know, we'll worry about that later. So I'm just going to put it on the path. Okay, so let's see. Open menu. Vehicle path. So if we look at vehicle path, there's only 2 stations, so starter base, right? So starter. Just trying to get it to show me. So why doesn't it tell me any stations? I don't really understand. Do I need to maybe back up or something? Well, this is part of it is blue and part of it is green. And I heard that there was a... Okay, there might be an issue over here then. Right there. Maybe that's what it was? Okay. Alright, let's try it now. Missing path. Okay, so I guess I need to walk the path and make sure there isn't anything messed up with it. It's got to be an issue, because... Or maybe I'm just missing something. Everything over here looks right. Okay, this is green and this is blue. So this part looks good. So I don't remember exactly what the colors mean, so... So does blue have a specific meaning over green? I think green meant it was good. Get off my stuff! Stupid thing. Let's see if that's it. Is that the reason? Wish it would just show me the available stations. Yeah, there's got to be something with that. So let's see. Is there any? Anything specific about that I need to know about? Does anybody have any idea? I don't remember exactly what the colors mean. Because everything is blue over here, and then it's green, so... As far as I can tell, I think that means everything's fine. Let me follow it all the way down and see. There's got to be a disconnect in here somewhere. Unless it's strictly the blue part that I have to fix. So everything over here looks good. Yeah, I'm gonna go on a limb and say the blue part is not completely right, so we'll just have to fix that part of it, I guess. But I remember watching somebody talk, explaining what the colors are. I just didn't write it down. I probably should have wrote it down. This looks like it goes fine up to a certain point, and then right here. Okay. No, it's... I mean, there's... doesn't... I don't see how there could be an issue here. I want to say both blue and green are supposed to be good. Anybody? Can somebody look this up? I don't remember exactly. All I know is this thing's not finding the path. Right, so... And it's not finding anything here. Just says no valid route. So, any suggestions? Here, let me look this up. Okay, blue, the path is valid, connected to the network and good to go. Green, the path is valid and acts in an intersection. Yellow, the path is unconnected at one end or blocked, meaning it will not work until it's properly... Hmm. Okay. The pause node is there. I'm wondering if it's because of where I have this, I need it to be like over that pause path part. So let me move the truck out of the way. All right, so I'm going to take this part out, and I'm going to pick this part out. And see if maybe that's it. Because one thing says to put the path down, then snap the truck stops to it. But I already have the truck stops in place, and I'm not going to change that. Ugh. There's got to be something I'm missing here. All right, let's do this. So it really does want me to go the other way. So that's what the problem is. The truck stops want you to go this way. That's how it snaps. So I kind of have to switch part of this around. Because you can see that, right? So even if I was to do it this way, it only wants to go that direction. All right, well, we'll have to take part of it out. We don't have to take the whole thing out. We're going to have to take part of it out, though. So we'll have to take this part out. All right. So we now have to take the other direction and go this way. Okay. Damn, how far down do I have to go? Okay. I hate when it does that. You make one little move and it just fucking freaks out. Yeah, let's take that part out. Okay, so far so good. Okay, that's good. All right, so we got that one. We might have to go all the way down to the other end to check that side too. to make sure it's going the right direction. I didn't really snap it either. Now I can see it. Okay. So now I gotta go down and fix the other side. So I'm just driving the path itself. It's gonna go airborne a little bit there. Okay. So I had the right direction. So I had it right, I just didn't snap it. Okay. So... pathways. Okay, first of all... good, now I can see them both. Okay. So now I'm gonna go back there. Now, we're going to say current route is starter base, then space dock, and then starter base. That's pretty much the route. Okay, now I'm not driving. I'm letting it drive. Ooh, just got past the bean. So like I said, we'll ride the full path just to make sure there aren't any issues. A little bit of yellow there, I'll fix that. And it fueled up. What I'd like to do is just have it not leave until the the thing is mostly full, right? To avoid unnecessary driving. Not exactly sure how to do that. I mean, it's got a full load. I don't know. Maybe that's exactly what it does. I haven't really I haven't really done much with trucks. It's been a minute, so that's why I kind of want to watch this. And it's offloading. Very nice. All right. So once we get to the other destination, we'll get out. I want to see if it's going to sit there and wait until it's full. It's more of a curiosity thing. But we know the pathway works. That's good. So one of the things that I'm going to be doing once we get to tiers 5 and 6 is really focus on, upping the scale, adding a lot of like road travel, truck driving, things like that. Will be definitely unlocking the other trucks, the liquid trucks, the regular trucks. And that'll be mostly what we'll be doing as far as like hauling stuff goes. I'm definitely going to have to spend a little bit of time creating a container to put like solid biofuel in, because I'm definitely going to need it for this job. Now let's see if it just waits. It does not wait. Well, it is. Oh, maybe it does. That's perfect. It will wait until it's full. Sweet. That's what I want it to do. Or not. Okay. So let's go ahead and top that off. I'm definitely going to have to do some biofuel over here for sure. Let me not going to need anything too terribly fast here, just something to load fuel in with. I don't have a lot of biofuel on me, so I'm going to have to make some. And I don't have a thing over here for that. That's funny. Okay. I don't have a crafting bench over here. I have a bunch of little bits of stuff here. I'll just go ahead and make some while I'm here. I have some back in my other truck, but we'll be okay for a little bit there. I don't mind making a little bit here. Kind of just to get started, right? Oh, I ran into inventory space. Ain't that a bitch? Oh. I'll just have to set up a little bit of a quick sort of thing to make biofuel. For now, I'll just make this much and I'll put it in this truck stop. And that'll get us by at least through the stream, and I'll worry about putting in a bunch of it later off stream. Now, it's definitely going to take some time to do all of this, all of these elevator parts and stuff. Definitely going to take several hours. I'll try to keep my computer up and running, you know, off stream during part of the weekend to kind of allow it to do that, to sort of build out. Now, the other two components, I'm going to try to put them, if I plan it just right, I can build both of those over at the other location where I'm in the middle of construction. So we'll be heading over there here in just a second. I might hop on the truck and ride it down so I don't have to run. So anybody catch the World Cup game today? U.S. versus Australia. That was a good game. I did get a chance to catch it today. Now, everything I'm doing over where I'm making the framework pieces, I'm using all Mark III belts just because it's easy to get the those belts. Most of them don't need to go that fast, but definitely makes it smoother. We're almost done here. Now, one of the components that I need to make is that one that's 2500, and it takes stators, and I believe it takes pipes, and I don't have to make any pipes because I have a whole bunch of pipes. So all right, so let's just put all the biofuel in there. All right, I'm just gonna run. I'm not gonna wait for it to. I don't need to come back over here for a little while. Whoops. Well, we're gonna make our way over there, and I'll show you what I've got so far for the versatile framework. See it coming back again. You can kind of see I got a platform sort of built over there. So, yep. A couple of 2 tiers worth of things built. And we're going to be running trucks off of that over there too. So it's not going to be just that one running trucks. I'm going to be running trucks from over there as well. Anyway, as you can see, we've got over 2,000 of those smart plates made. That's cool. All right. So let's just sort of go up here and we'll talk this out. So let me just first put down an assembler, just so we can kind of have some comparison notes here. So the versatile framework takes modular frames and steel beams. And under its current iteration, it takes it's 30 per minute. Okay. Now, over here, I'm running a Mark II miner on both, overclocked to 240, which is the reason why I have 8 of these over here. I believe that's the right number, right? Yeah, so I have 8 of those because I am using the iron ingots. Okay, 30 for 30. And because of that, I have the solid steel ingot that I have geared down, so it takes 30 and spits out 45 ingots. So that's kind of where I'm at. So I have a whole lot of ingots. Now, I need to make steel beams. That's the next thing to make, right? So let's look at just one of these here, and I'm going to kind of go like that. So right now I have 45 per minute that'll come out. If I make steel beams, they're 60, which means I have to gear these down to, I think it's 75%. So when I do that, that means that I'm only producing 11 and a quarter. Okay. Now, 11 and a quarter, so keep that in mind. So 11.25. If I multiply that by 2, it's 22 and a half. If I multiply it by 3, it's 33.75. Okay. I need 30 on the steel beams. So it basically means 3 of these for every one of those. So I have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I kind of have more than I kind of need. So I'm going to, I guess, just raise these up. Is that one not lining up? Okay. All right. So I have one left over. So that, because I don't need the one, right? Now, granted, these only make 11.25, which is like 33, right? So let's look at something here. 11.25. If I multiply that by 7, I get 78.75. If I divide that by 30, well, I still need 3. Or no, this says 2.6. So, I could I mean, I suppose I could gear one down. Let me think this through a little bit. Right, because these are only 30, right? If I increase this a little bit, which I don't really want to do, but let's say, even if I increase this, let's say, to 6 per minute, just out of curiosity, it raises it to 36, so it wouldn't be really worth it. So I'm basically gonna be trying to make sure that because I only need, let's see, that would be what, 375, right? So I'd be sending 3.75 down. So times 2. That's 7.5 plus 7.25, which is like 18. I don't even know if that would even... Would that even be worth the trouble of trying to do a third one? Interesting conundrum, that is. Yeah, it's funny how we have to kind of play with numbers, right, to get things. So I'm essentially going to have one left over because I don't really... There's nothing really I can do with this one. For this, anyway. Now, keep in mind that's steel beams. I could make pipes with it, although I don't need pipes for anything. Well, that's not necessarily true. I need pipes for... you know, there might be something I could use. Hold on a minute. Let me think this. So... The other thing I need is automated wiring. And that's something I still need to work through. Now, stators, which is what this needs, requires pipes, which I was going to pull all of the pipes from the other factory over here for that. And then I have copper. Modular frames, which is what I need this for, requires those items. Now, that's what I was going to be making up there. I'm just trying to figure out what I should do with this extra one over here. I mean, I can obviously make beams with it, and I suppose I could just store the beams over here. Because I don't really need the pipes, because I'm bringing pipes from another area, and I'm just going to have them in a storage unit. So, quite the conundrum here. So, just trying to think this through a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to be doing the stitched... Well, I don't... Let's see. Stators... Yeah. So I'm going to be doing, yeah, the stitched iron plate I'm going to be doing in order to make the modular frames. I do have a... I have an alternate recipe that I haven't claimed yet that will allow me to make steel basically make rods out of steel. That I could probably use that for. So maybe I should just do that with that last one. But I'll need to go claim it real quick because it's up there. So I'll show you guys here. Let me go back over here real quick. So in the hard drive library, I have steel rods. So this can make 48 per minute, which would be quite a bit, honestly, out of steel ingots. Oh, out of the ingots. So I wouldn't even need anything more than that. I think that could be useful in this scenario. What do you guys think? Think it could be useful? I think it could be useful. So I think I'm going to go ahead and claim it. Hey, Chris, what's going on, my friend? All right. So now I can make steel rods. All right. Good evening. So we have our universal truck going. If you guys didn't catch that, you'll be able to catch that in the replay. We got the pathway working for that, so that's good. So now that I have this, just been listening to the stream while I work on other stuff. Okay. So I'm just going to take this one on the end here. And so now this one now will make steel rods. And so, oh wow. Well, no, we run that at full. So it only takes 12. It takes 12. This thing's spitting out 45. Oh my. That's quite the conundrum here. Because it only takes 12. That's a lot of rods. Oh my. If I overclock this thing, it's going to go crazy. At 24 a minute, that's like not even half the speed that it's outputting. It's going to put out 96 rods a minute. That's nuts. I don't need that many rods. Wow, that's ooh, man. Yeah. I guess I'll just go ahead and do it and not worry about it too much. Just simply because, I mean, the amount of rods that I need, right? Because we need the rods for the stators. So, or no, not stators, but for the modular frames. So in modular frame, I need 12 per minute. So, and we only need, yeah. So that's going to be an interesting take on that. Okay. Well, I think we got that figured out. So let's go ahead and get these connected. Let me start here. Like I said, we're doing everything with Mark IIIs just because I have plenty of beams on me, so. Make sure I'm not going to fall off the platform here. Oh, yeah. I have another one right here I totally forgot about. So I had to run one of these back here because I ran out of room. So, yeah, I have two of these. Oh, man. Oh, and yeah, it is a little bit compromising because it's running off of this. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is just creating some, I don't know, some beams for storage or something. I mean, I could put it because I could put a splitter off this, so that way it doesn't, not all of it goes in there. So only like 20 something goes in, which is perfectly fine. It'll all split off, and then maybe what I'll do is I'll put a sink over here. I'll just let that one go directly into the sink, and I'll connect those to it. I think that'll work. I mean, if I need it, then I'll tap off of it and use it later, but I don't really I'll take advantage of such things, right? So I just put an awesome sink right over here. I'm gonna stick it down a ways because there is a mine right up there. So we'll put it right here. Let's put a splitter here. I know this is going to get awkward, but it's kind of where we got to do with it. Actually, no, it's not a splitter. It's a merger. Dang it, my mouse is... I don't know if I can run a direct one up there. Oh, I can. Good. And then we will run this, just run it directly in there. And I'll get power over to it here in a minute. But yeah, I have a copper, there's a copper node right here. So it's a pure node and we'll use it, but I don't think I'm going to need it today though, because I had the ability to turn iron into the wire, so I don't really need this. And that is a Mark II, or that's a pure node running on a Mark II miner. So I have a plenty of stuff coming up from up there to make most of the rest of the stuff that I need. So yeah, all right. So we need to get power over here. So let's do that. That node is full. Actually, I think I was going to run it from down here anyway. So, runs to that one. I'm missing materials. Oh, I didn't realize those were Mark II. I didn't realize those were Mark II poles. I thought they were Mark I poles. I'm like, there. So everything now has power over here. All right, so we need to merge these. So we'll just merge them from the middle. Oh, not that one. Not the priority merger. All right, I'm giving myself plenty of breathing room here because I need to be able to get those other things from up there down here. So I want to make sure I leave some plenty of space for that. There's those. The yeah. All right, so that will come into play later. This should give me enough room to run these assemblers. Right there. All right, so versatile framework. This is where we do the steel beams. All right. All right. So now we got that part. Now we need to go upstairs and start working on getting the modular frames made. Now you'll notice that I didn't build the entire platform over here because the wire is kind of in the way. And so this area is just not going to be built because of that. Nice ladder to get up there. All right, so all I have up here is just a whole lot of ingots. Now, we've already got rods down there. Let me just put in, let me just pop in a constructor real quick. And we're going to put an assembler down again. Just, I'm very forgetful at times. For modular frames, I need reinforced iron plates and iron rods. Okay. Now, for reinforced iron plates, okay, so that's the first thing that we're going to really focus on here. We can use the stitched iron plate. So what I need for this is iron plates and wire. Now, we have the alternate wire that allows me to take in 12 and make 22. Now, these are bringing in 30. So quite a bit of there. So half of that's 15. So two of these can make 44 wire per minute, which basically I'll handle one of these. And then iron plates is 30 for 20. So basically one of those. So yeah, not too shabby. So let's so this is the side we're going to start with. So we're going to line it up, and I'm going to have to move it out a little bit to give myself some room. Mostly because these things are so close to each other. I'm going to be like rerouting shit all over the place. So I can start off with the one. And I could technically move it all the way over here. Maybe like that. And then put in a second one. So for here, I can start off with iron wire. So 12, and I'm not going to overclock these things, so iron ingots. So this is going to split, and one set goes there, one set goes there. So let's run a splitter where we kind of come up like that. And like I said, I got plenty of this stuff, Mark III belts, so. Oh, I did not think that through very well, did I? Give me 1 second. Oh, sorry. Let's try that again. So we're going to sort of move this over here like that. There. So now we have wire on 2 of those, right? So that's going to split. It'll be 15. It'll be a little bit of an overflow. No big deal. So that's one. Let me take this thing out. So then I'm going to put another one next to it. And this one can make iron rods. So now we can take this. Yeah, yep, that works for me. Now, I didn't build this straight out because I wasn't sure how far out I was going to go, so let me just maybe just go out 3. All right, so these two are making that one's making that one, so these would just merge into each other. I can't see, so oh yeah, okay. Get it nice and tight. Yeah, I said it. All right. So with that, we can produce one assembler. I can't see, so that's because it's going the wrong way, you idiot. All right. So that makes that. So this makes 5 per minute. 5.5 per minute. Okay. Let me pull this back out again. So that's more than one of these. Okay. Now this makes 2 modular frames a minute. How many do I need for this? 2.5. So yeah, not terrible. We could there could be a little bit of overclocking here if I wanted to make 3, right? So if I make, so let's say I make 3, then that means I need 4.5 per minute on the on the reinforced iron plates. So 4.5, and this makes 5. So yeah, we're covered in that regard. So that's good. Now the thing is, my rods are actually down there, right? Because we're making rods. Oh boy. This is going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of creativity going on here. I would rather just make them here. So maybe I'll send the rods upstairs. Or maybe I don't even need to. Maybe I have so many of these things available, I can make my own rods up here. Right? I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 of these damn things. I can make my own rods and just feed it in. So yeah. So I think here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to put this assembler in, but I'm going to put it in backwards. Right? And because this one's got the reinforced iron plates, I can now just whoop them over. So again, we want to make 3, so let's go ahead and introduce that. Bam, 4.5. And go like that. Now, I need 18 rods per minute. Oh. Gonna be going with some creativity here. If I make rods, these make 15 per minute out of 15. So, yeah. I need 2 of these for 1 of those. You can see with the conundrum here. This is why I left so much space here, because it's going to get a little uneven here pretty quick. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to send that one from the basement, and I'm going to send it over here. Now I have to duplicate this, what I just did here anyway. Which means I need 6 or 3 more of those put over here. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot of like cross traffic and things going up in the air and all that. And it may be that I just don't need this many, in which case I can downgrade that too. So I can always just downgrade it. So I'm not that worried about it. I can run a Mark 1 miner on it. And I only need, then I would only need 4. Which is exactly what I'm going to use right here. So, yeah. So we need one of these here. 1, 2. 3. So remember that one has a sort of a splitter. So now the splitter is going to go on that. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to take these other ones out. I'm just not going to use them. You know what? I'm going to take them out. I'm not going to move them right this minute, but yeah, I'm going to end up taking them out. Or not, I don't know. I still have to make the other part, so yeah. I'll probably end up changing my mind. All right. So we need to go that. And we need that one. Let's do this. Let's go like that. That. Yep, it works for me. Just verifying this is making plates. These are making wire. Alright, so now we can set up that one right there. Just do that because we'll line it up next to that one, I suppose. Okay, reinforced iron plates. Bam. Put in the merger. All right, so we got that out. Okay, making the reinforced iron plates. No wonder that one was awkward. So, like what? I put, maybe I put a floor hole thing right here. Actually, I better put it closer to this one. Yep. And we'll go like this. We'll take it straight in. And we'll split it. Oh yeah, I forgot I can do this. There's a thing where you can... I've done it before. All right, so you see how it's like right inside there, everything's good. So what does that mean now? It means that these two things can then drop down. I really don't like having that there though. So I think I could put it right on it and it will go down. Let me see here. I think those automatically join, so we're good there. All right. So I think everything's good as far as that goes. We just need to run power to all this stuff real quick. That leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. Okay. Now, why does that matter? Well, because we can still do the automated wiring. And I can do it off of those, which is going to be an interesting conundrum. Because I can do it. Because the wire, or the cables can be made from the wire. The stators would be made from the cabling, wiring or whatever, and then the pipes that I bring in. So yeah, I could still use that stuff. I could still use it. Granted, I'm gonna have to send it down there or something, but that's a story for another day. I'll probably work on it over the weekend. I've already got all these wired over here, so I gotta wire all this stuff now. So whoa. All right. Yeah, it's kind of going through that, isn't it? I didn't put that in a good spot. What am I missing here? Oh. Oh, right, because they're both kind of like right there. Okay. That is everything wired up, right? Everything is white. Okay. Oh boy. Now I have floor holes that I need to worry about. All right. So, flat floor hole is going to go over here. So let's address that one first. Kind of a hard way to do it, but not an impossible way to do it. Probably didn't need to quite go that far, but I digress. Let's go up here. Dang it. So, right on that line. Done. All right. Well, that one shouldn't be nearly as bad. I have to be a little bit careful because of that line. I have to feed up to it, so this one will be, oops, this one will be a little bit different. It's like that. Okay. All right, so this one has to feed that. So all right, everything's hooked up now. Oh. All right, now these things are only spitting out 5 per minute. It's not ideal. I would love for these to push out more than that. I could overclock these a little bit, like I said, but I don't think it, yeah, actually it wouldn't work. So 5 per minute. So what does that mean? Well, let's look at the numbers. So that's 600 per hour. Okay. Times 25,000. Or no, I'm sorry. Divided by 25. No, 20. Hold on. 25,000 divided by 600 means it's going to take 42 hours of game time to print 25,000 of these frameworks. I think I might have picked the wrong modifier for this playthrough. Holy mackerel. 42 hours of game time is what it's going to take to do that, to get enough of these. Now I'm going to be putting in another station, and I'm going to put it in down here. We're going to take the path kind of like that. I probably need to drive it with my truck. For right now, though, I'm just going to join these to a storage unit until I figure it out. So probably this one would probably be... Ooh, it's going right over water, so... What to do, what to do. Because they're so spread out. Your game will run all weekend to get those done. Yeah, I don't know if I want to run my computer all weekend long. I am going to be doing some work. And I'm going to be at my mother's tomorrow, so I might have it running while I'm gone. But I'll need to set the truck stop up for this so it can drop everything off. So there is that. I need to see if this pathway is going to work for me. Otherwise, I'm going to have to set up a different... I'm going to have to figure out a different way to get those parts over there. But I think for right now, I'm just going to... I don't know... I hate having a lot of empty space. You know what I mean? So, I'm going to put a merger like right here. And I'm just going to put this in a universal storage system for right now. And that way I can at least have this thing running until I figure out oops, what am I doing there? Until I figure out how I want to make that work. So, all right, there is one more thing I'm going to do up there real quick. I'm going to basically cut off the second half up there until I start working on the other parts. So I'm just going to turn the belt off or disconnect that part of the belt, and then I'm going to gear down the I'm going to gear that thing down so it's not feeding so hard. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going to cut that off right there. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get these guys going. So I'm going to gear this down to 50%. And turn it on. So everything's running. Now these actually have to run at twice the speed, so... I hadn't overclocked these yet. Okay. Yeah, it is not going to take long for this thing to build up. So I need to go upstairs and make sure it's running. Because otherwise it's going to wait until that one's running. Oh, you know what? I do have to keep these going because I ran it backwards. I should have started this stuff on this end. So these are gonna stall out because they're not doing anything. So what I need to do is I need to I'm just gonna turn these off. There we go. Because these will just set at 1 and do nothing. Well, maybe it would be better if I just have them running full blast. That way they'll bank out faster. So I'll just turn it up to normal speed. It'll help bank them up a little bit better. I'm not too worried about it. Power-wise, look at that. Still got plenty of power left. There, they should start banking out now. Check the second half of it, make sure it's making all of the other things. Right? Okay. Good. Am I not getting the rods up fast enough? It takes 18. That's what, 30? That's 36 a minute. I'm producing more than that. Oh. Is there an issue over here? It's not getting any coal. $30 coal a minute. Sometimes it takes a little bit to bank up. Yeah, you can see it's not exactly banking very fast. This one's already maxed. This one's already maxed. This one's almost maxed. It's just taking a while to get these to bank out. If I had any raw coal, I would just start filling them up to kind of help with it. 'Cause, I mean, it's producing, it's running at max speed, so... Right? It is running at the max rate. Yeah. Make sure everything's running. Should be running all Mark III stuff. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, when I look at it, you can see how it's see how nice and smooth that one's running? This one's not running that smooth, so... Ah, here we go. Everything's supposed to be running Mark 3s. Oh. There. That should be running a lot smoother now. Yeah, there you go. See that? Much better. Much better. So these should start banking out a little bit faster. Sorry, I don't have any lights in here right now. Yeah, it should start banking out now. That's good. Okay. Just enough to keep that thing running. There we go. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Look at that. We have our first set of framework. And yeah, we're producing a whole bunch of bullshit in here so we can get some tickets. Very nice. Not bad for a little makeshift deal here. Now, you know, I haven't started making any blueprints yet. You know, I do have my blueprint maker. I had no plans to blueprint this setup because this is, honestly, this is a temporary setup. I don't think it's going to be a permanent setup. So, let's have a little bit of a discussion here. So, and you guys can let me know in the comments too if you watch this later. So, we're kind of in a valley in between sort of the northern forest area and oh, I don't remember what this area is called. And because we're playing with random nodes here, I've got stuff all over the place. So I've been debating on how I want to build basically cities around the areas here. So you can see this is all the area that we've explored so far. And I want to be able to, or I should say, you know, because I want to do everything in an industrial style. You know, like I don't want it to look like it's some kind of futuristic Tron looking thing. I want mine to be very sort of dark, rustic, and sort of industrial style. Basically, things like a lot of beams and things everywhere, construction fences and different things. So I have some plans, and we're going to probably do a lot of blueprinting for that. What I'm considering doing is not necessarily being very low to the ground. So it could be something similar to this, but I want to be able to have like a road system coming through here. And it's going to be one of the things that I blueprint out in the beginning, because there's going to be a lot of highway systems in here. I'm going to have trains too, which is not something that I've done in the past. So trains will be something very new for me. I'm really going to push for that. But until we get to the trains, I'm probably going to be building, I guess over here where all of the rock things are, I'm probably going to do stuff similar to what I'm doing here, where I sort of have this sort of structure built into the stone. So what it may end up happening is I might, oh shit. What I may end up doing is like building architecture coming right off of all the rocks. So it's going to be up high. It's going to be floating. I mean, it won't be fully floating because I'll put in beams and stuff, but it'll sort of be like the rocks will kind of help dictate where the buildings go. Or, you know, in some cases where the power lines go. So the city that I'm going to build in the area might, you know, over here, there may not be a city. This, I might end up building something in the bottom down here, and I might be transporting goods, like raw goods, like maybe down that way to a building facility. So I'm thinking about maybe like a distribution center where trucks will deliver raw goods to a distribution center, then the distribution center will take it out to where it needs to go. I don't know, I'm kind of floating a few different thoughts in my mind here. But that's kind of where I'm at the moment. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on it, but I'd like to kind of hear about it. Actually, I'm going to go upstairs now because we're going to... I am streaming a little bit longer tonight. It's kind of like, you could almost call it a makeup for the stream last week that only went for an hour because I thought I was having issues. So each one of these is producing 30. So 30, 60, 90, 120. So what I might do is just take it, move it up here, and do all of my building for the last space elevator part up here. So that's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. So I'm going to go back down. I'm going to put the stone corners in on the ends there so I know exactly how far I'm going. So like these pillars right here. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's go put those at the end down here. And you never know, I could just choose to keep this one here, but maybe I'll style it up a little bit or something. Alright. And then I have a center beam like right in here somewhere that I might put in, but I'll do that later. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be building too close to the ground unless it's something very specific. I mean, there's so much water over here, which is great, because we're going to be using water for all kinds of things. One of them being concrete. So I have the wet concrete recipe, and I can tell you right now, there is a bunch of like concrete nodes over there that I'm going to be using, which will come in real handy. All right. One, two. I don't remember exactly how far. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe that was the end, right? Good. Now, I do have more space, right? Because we did cut it off. So 1, 2, 3. So do it right here. Just to give me more room. All right, so we'll start probably right about here with logistics. Actually, probably be more like this. Actually, let's start from right there. So we're going to merge all these lines together, and then we're going to send it right down here. So this ought to be fun, because that pole might be in the way. We'll start with right here. And this way we can send them right on down the line. All right. Oop, wrong one. I think that's the right number. Yeah. All right. Now I might as well go ahead and turn these on now. They'll just bank up while I'm sort of getting things situated here. So again, let me just set out the assembler for a second. Okay, so automated wiring. So we need stators and cables. So stators are made from pipes, as I said. So we need steel pipes and we need wire. Now, like I said, I have steel pipes. If I want to drive all the way the hell, if I want to drive all the way over there to go get them and bring them over here. Now, I am sending in a whole bunch of this stuff, so technically I could just make pipes and send them up here. And that would eliminate that altogether. So I think that is exactly what I'm going to do. I just need to figure out the right method for that. So I'll run this in parallel. And let's go down and see about making some pipes and sending them up there. Basically, we won't need this anymore because we'll take all of these and make pipes out of them. So I'm going to stop this right in its tracks. And we'll just take that out. Now, I don't know if we'll make enough pipes to satisfy this thing. But it looks like we can do it. So let me just, we have at least 45 coming out of this, okay? Not including half of that, so we have a decent amount coming out of it. So let's just create a couple of constructors here. I need to make sure I have a pretty good handle on location here. We can get a little closer. All right, so pipes. I need 30 ingots. So to make them. And 30 ingots makes 20 pipes. I have 45 coming out, plus half of that, right? So half of 45, so what, 45, so what, 45 divided by 2, that's 22 and a half, plus 22.5, so I should have enough to handle 2 of these. That's perfect. So that is going to run into here and here. These are going to give me 40 pipes, so more than enough to handle whatever's upstairs. That is perfect. So let's run a splitter. Just like that. Make pipes. And let's and now we just need to go like that. And let those start making pipes and start banking up while I go back upstairs and find the right spot to load those up to. I'm gonna have to do some shenanigans to get it to get that where I want it. Why are those yellow? Oh, probably because they're waiting. Yeah, they're waiting. Alright, so let's say I put it... I kind of wanted to keep them both in the same spot. Let's put it there. Let's do this. And let's take it back out because I just put it in backwards. I hate when that happens. Oh, good. It is right. Bam. So now I just need to load it up onto that line and we should be good. Because the pipes that we need is 15. So we have more than enough pipes and more than enough wire. We can make a lot of stators. And then the stators, then we just need wire. Yeah. And wire is made from, or cables. So we need cables and we need stators. So stators are made with other wire too. So, yeah. Yep, we have everything we need. Whoa. Alright, so that is where we're going, right there. So what we need to do is do that. We're going to merge. Like that. And we go up. And there it is. Plenty of pipes. See, I knew we would have everything we need over here. And I don't need nearly as many of these. I only need 2,500 of these things. So, yeah. Whoa! All right, so now this is where we have to kind of figure things out a little bit because I need stators. That's the one thing that we're going to be making first. Is the stators. So that's the part where we're going to be joining these. Okay, but I need to actually make the wire first. So that's why the wire. That's why that's here. So let's start with. Got to give myself some room. Right, like that. So, iron wire. We only need 12, and we make a lot of wire. And then in front of that is where the assembler will go. All right. So in here we make stators. So 40 wire per minute is what we need. And this makes 22 and a half. So I could downgrade it to make 20. So that way it takes 2 of those, right? 2 of these for 1 of these. So I might have to move this down to the edge here. I don't really want to though. Alright. So now I'll only need 11. I have more than 11. So let's just run some splitters here. Okay, that's just that part. All right. So that's that part. So this is making 1 of them. And so these this merges in. That. All right. And that's just the iron stuff. Well, the pipes will be easy because they just have to go into however many of these that we need. Because right now we only need 15 steel pipes, and I have like more than enough over there. All right, so with the stator, okay, again 40 wire. So I'm gonna put in another one of these. And this one is still going to be making this because I also need, you can see I need 50 cables a minute. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. So, this one can run normal speed. I don't think it really matters. But in order for me to make the wire, I need 60 of these in order to do the wire. Okay. And that'll give me 30. Oof. Man, these are some interesting numbers I have to fuck with here. Alright, so let's... I actually want to increase this one to 30. So I want to make 30 a minute. Not worried about the iron ingots. And instantly we're going to sort of try to, I guess, line these up going that way. And then I want to move it. Or maybe I should line it up on this one. I've still got plenty of room over here. I don't need to make too many of these too fast, so... Alright, hold on one second. For these, I only need 2 and then 50, right? So 2.5. I'm making 5. So I can technically do 2 of those. And they're probably going to be made over here on this side. Because I have so much extra room over here, right? So if I need 50, that means... Alright, now I already lost my train of thought. So I need 50 cables per minute, and I'm making 60. So maybe I should back that off to 25 cables. Yeah. For some reason... Oh, no. I need cables. So... I need to make 50 cables. Or hold on, what's the normal rate? It's 30. So the normal rate is 30. These are producing 30. Right? So if that's producing 30, then 60 wire makes 30 cables. Okay. Oof. Just trying to do some backwards math here. So I have 2 of these coming in to feed 1 of these, and it only makes 30 cables, but I need 50 cables a minute. So... which means I need 100 wire per minute. Okay. So if I need 100 wire per minute, then I need this to make 50. Which I don't have enough of those for that. Right? I don't have enough. Do not have enough. Okay, so I don't have enough for that. So... Oh boy. So this is kind of where I'm at. I'm only making 30 cables, so that means I would need 2 more of these and do it again. I feel like I'm only going to be able to make one of these because I need so many of these, but yet I have a lot of stators. I wanted to be able to run 2 of these. That means I need 100 wire per minute in order to make that work. And right now I'm only making 30 off of that. I guess I could see if I can find some more power shards. I've used so many power. I've been going through power shards like candy as of late. Let me go check my inventory and see if I have any more. Because I don't think I do. I think I have all of mine. Well, technically, no. Hold on. Did I do the purple one yet? Power slugs. Yeah. I have a purple one. But it's not going to do me any good at the moment. At least I think I only have one. Let me see how many purple ones I have. I think that's all I have left is a 1 purple one. Let's see. How many do I have? I have 2 purple ones. That's all I've got left. All right. So I don't have anything in this. I think this is empty. Yeah. It is empty. The things I do for power shards. What do I need for that? I need modular frames, which, believe it or not, I'm making over there, but I'm not making them fast enough to dictate taking them away, so... let me add this to the to-do list, I think. There we go. That way I make only what I need. But I hope everybody's enjoying the stream. If you are, hit the like button if you're on YouTube. Leave me a message down below. Tell me what you guys think of this playthrough so far. I really want an honest opinion, whether you like it or hate it or whatever. I want to know. And if you're not subscribed to YouTube yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you're on Twitch and you want to follow, hit that follow button. So, hit all the buttons. And if you hate the stream, well, fuck downvote it. I don't care. Makes no difference to me. It just means that you've interacted with it. Sweet. All right, now how many power shards can I get out of this purple? 1 purple one I have left. 5. Well, that might be enough. Might be just what I needed. Mr. Bean, get off my lawn. Sorry. Care to co-op? On this particular playthrough, I'm not really doing co-op yet. It is something that I've considered, though. Oh, just barely got over there. Okay. So I have some power shards now. Let's see what I can do here. Because I really want to get... I really want to be able to get to 100 of those, so... Oh, man, this is going to be a tough one. If I go out there, I can get up to 60. It would be fun playing with 3 people, each conquering a biome of their own. That would be that would definitely be interesting. Hadn't really thought about it like that. 50, actually. Let's go to 50. Ha! Means I need 100 wire. Okay. That means I need 100 wire, and... So that means this one needs to be 50. Which is not quite there. It's 45. Oh my. Ooh. More than enough iron ingots. Don't get me wrong. But I didn't want to have to use up all of my things to get there. Alright. So that's 50 and that's 50. And that'll get me to 50. That'll give me to 50 cables. That'll just give me enough for one of these automated wirings, because you need 50 cables for that. I mean, worst comes to worst. I mean, I do have... It's not like I don't have the ability to make it. I've got one right there. I can easily bring that over here and use it. I'm just trying to use up all of this iron that I've got. I've got an excessive amount of iron. So it took 2 of those and what, 6? I only have 3 left, so I don't have enough to do another set like that. Oh. Well, let's look at the numbers here. 5 per minute times 6, that's 300, right? So 2,500 divided by 300, 8 hours. I can do that. Oops. So you're gonna need a loot of automated wiring for the next phases, so make sure to automate. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna be a permanent factory, because once I get into tiers 5 and 6, that's when I'm gonna focus on a lot of the factory building. So I'll probably be in 5 and 6 for quite a while. And so at that point in time, then I'll have the scaling to be able to make a ton. I mean, I have to make 25,000 smart plates, for fuck's sake. The framework alone is going to take me almost 40 hours, because I'm only making like 10 per minute right now down there, or 5. Yeah, it's gonna be nuts, man. It's definitely gonna be nuts. All right. So yeah, I is it on hard mode? I just noticed the requirements was, yeah. So here's just so everybody knows what I'm doing here. Everything running at half power. So all of these things are running at half the normal power. So 2 megawatts. Okay. Everything's running at half power. 25 times space parts. That's why it's so high right now. Okay. Random nodes. Mostly pure. That's what I'm running right now. And I chose to start at the northern forest, which is right there. And my starter base is right over there, and it's actually what's making the smart plates right now. right? So that entire starter base is doing nothing but making smart plates. And here's the space elevator. And at the beginning of the stream, for those of you who came in late, I set up truck pathing to come from down there down to a truck stop that's right over there, right in front of that. And so you can see I have 3,149 smart plates just today. There's the truck following the universal path. Now, hopefully he doesn't run out of fuel. I need to probably go check on the fuel in a little bit. For right now, I need to finish this, so I have a lot of excessive stuff here, so yeah. I have a lot of hours in the game, not as much as like most content creators do, but I have a decent amount, I would say. Whoa, what's going on here? Did I not do that in there right? I did not. Did I do that wrong? I always mess these things. Oh, I did do that wrong. Come on now. If you're going to do it right. That's why it was right. I'm going to go ahead and put that there in case I do any other expanding. I don't think I'm going to, but you never know. Did I just do it again? Damn it. You're an idiot. I think as long as I've been playing, I would still learn to not be an idiot. There we go. I think I got it now. I think I got it now. Okay. Or, yeah, you know, one of these days I'll get it figured out, right? All right, so we're making iron wire. Oy vey. We're making iron wire over here too, but it's just the regular wire for the stators. So these are making regulars, so. All right. And now let's see if I can mess this up too. We need a merge. Yeah, that'll go. Okay. Yeah. I always mess it up. It's just kind of how I am at times. All right, cabling. Stators. Now we're going to come over here. Have you tried daisy chaining? You know, I have an older 1.1 build, and I did play around with that in the experimental. You talk about the power daisy chaining, I'm assuming. Let's put it. I want to be very conscientious about where I want to put this thing. Let's just stick it over here. Yeah, I have. I played with it. Like I said, I have an older playthrough where I was in tiers 5 and 6. So, just so everybody knows, I think I've only made it to tier 7 and 8 once. Usually I get to tier 5 and 6, something comes up, and then I end up playing another game or something. So, it's just one of those natures. So I'm not doing that this time. I'm actually going to play. I'm actually going to beat the damn game this time. All right. Automated wiring. Goody goody. Now I could, well, no, I was going to say I could overclock this because I have more than enough stators, but I don't have the cable speed. Same issue. Yeah, I get so far and then something comes up. Now, I will say though, I haven't put any regular videos up on the YouTube yet. Just so everybody knows. I haven't put any regular videos up in 3 years. I have plans. I'm gonna probably do like some blueprint building, some highlights. But I'm not doing a let's play or any of that because we're doing it live. Which people can go back and watch later. End up after seeing director assembly requirements. Yeah. I definitely understand that. Because there's a couple of other games that I'm waiting for an update on, and once the updates hit, then those will actually be content coming to the regular YouTube video stuff. So I do have plans. All right, we're gonna send some power down here. One of them is, which I have played on Twitch, is Postal, I think it's called Postal Simulator. I always mess it up. Let me see. Give me just a second. It's on Steam. Parcel Simulator is one of the ones I'm going to be playing. Where I'm going to be doing some static YouTube content for. So if you guys haven't seen that Parcel Simulator yet, I think you'll get a kick out of it. I'm going to be playing main sequence when it launches. All of that will be static, basically normal YouTube content. Because I'm going to be playing this live, so this game's going to take a while, especially with as complicated as I made it. All right. This happens. I automate things. I grab other manually from a storage container somewhere in another biome. Yeah. Most of the time I've played in the oh, you know what? I just realized I need to put my pipes over here, don't I? Ooh, let me get out of the way. Yeah, most of the time I'm building in the desert. So I've built over here before, but not for very long. I've kind of played around with it. I don't think I've done it on a live stream years ago. But most of the time I end up building in the desert. I told myself I wasn't going to do that this time. Oh, no power. Damn it, I thought I brought power over there. I did not. There we go. Now that's gonna shoot in really quickly. 40 a minute. Yeah, it should start to stabilize. I have more pipes than I know what to do with, so I'm producing exactly what I need as far as these go. But pipes, I'm actually way overproducing pipes right now. I mean, I could technically overclock this stuff, but I don't think there's really a need for it. I'm already making more stators than I actually need, so. Because I only need 2.5. And now I just need a place to put it, so. Okay. Where do I want to put these? Well, I was talking before about doing truck stations, right? So I'm going to have a truck station somewhere down here for the framework, which right now is going into a container. I got to do the same thing with this one, but I don't know where I'm going to take it. I could decide to put the truck station way over here and just run that and run it over here or something. Maybe I could probably put it like maybe right there. I don't know. But for right now, I'm just going to put this in a storage unit, I think. So let's just put it in the storage unit. Oh, you haven't seen my lower floor yet, yeah. Which part? Down here? You talk about all of this craziness I got going on down here? Alright, so, remember, everything's random nodes, mostly pure, but these are 2 normal nodes right here. So, I have one coal, 1 iron. 1 coal, 1 iron. Overclocked to produce double. I have 18 I have 8 smelters. I'm running the steel ingot recipe here, and I'm running 8 of these, I think. So I have 8 of these running. The only problem is I don't need all of these. So 4 of these are passing stuff upstairs, and that's what I'm making the stuff upstairs with. Right, so right now I'm just making normal iron. I'm doing the iron ingot recipe, right? So I have, was it 100? I have 120 ingots a minute going upstairs to make all of the shit that's upstairs right now. And I have so many of these damn foundries that I had to put one over here. So this one is actually what's feeding the pipes upstairs. Yeah. Yeah, I got some crazy looking math going over here. All right, so I'm producing steel ingots, 45 a minute. These are underclocked to 45 to make steel beams. So all of these are making steel beams. 3 of these are joined together. Steel beams. So I need 30 per minute, right? 30 steel beams a minute. I'm producing 11.25 in each one. What's that? Try to make a 6-meter subfloor for... Oh, yeah. I've done that many a times. That's why I said in this particular case, I'm not... This is probably going to be temporary. This is more of a temporary base. So I have 2 of these making frameworks. So 5 per minute. Yeah, so I'm producing 10 per minute over here. Look at that. All right. So, just to kind of give you, now, oh, here's something you guys probably haven't seen before. Check this thing out. I call that my power transfer station. I saw another content creator do it, and so I had to create one. Check it out. It's one of the big power towers. Basically, I made a power station. That's why there's a line. That's why the line is going like that, because it's going right to the towers over there. All right, I'm going to save my work, and I want to show you guys my world from 1.1 real quick. Let me come over here. You want to see some aesthetics? Let me show you some aesthetics. Let me save this. Um, what is it? Trying to remember what was the two? One was the framework. What was the name of the other one? What are those called? It doesn't matter. Phase two. Processing. All right. Now I'm going to go back to the main menu. I'll give you guys a taste of. I'm not an elite designer. Okay, I'm just going to throw that out there. But I'm going to show you my mega city that I was working on. And here is the daisy chain. So you asked me about daisy chaining. This particular playthrough from 1.1 is 103 hours. And it's in the desert area, just so you guys know. And I am in tiers 5 and 6. All right, so this is one of the buildings that I have. Okay, just show you. You can see a little underneath. Let me just go upstairs. That's how many floors this building has. We're going to go up to the top. Right there. Now, this building is not done. This building is not done by any stretch of the imagination. But you can tell this is the daisy chaining that I tested out. So there's daisy chaining. I have a pure node. This is an iron factory build, by the way. I have an iron. I have a pure node there, a pure node there. I have to go all the way to the other end of the building here. And a pure node right there. I've got a power plant right there. I got a steel factory over there. I've got an oil rig way over there making most of the power I have. And not only do I have an elevator, but I also have stairs. And when you go down a floor, there is your maintenance room that you were talking about. That's my subfloor. So I do have a subfloor. And this one. Here's another set. You'll notice they're color-coded. They're color-coded because each one's making something else. So this is making plates. Upstairs, they're making the main parts that you need for these. So they're making the ingots. So iron plates, you come over here. So this entire floor is nothing but plates. But they're color-coded for a reason, because some of them are going to different floors for different reasons. So, again, maintenance floor. So I have maintenance floors all over the place on this building. So this is one of those sort of subfloor logistics style buildings. Now I'm going to go back down to the main floor because I want to take you over to my main hub real quick. Because I always like showing off the right kind of buildings. Now, am I going to do this in the other world? I'll do something like this in the other world for sure. I never got around to doing any kind of like universal driving stuff. No highways or anything over here. I hadn't quite got that far yet in this particular build. But you can see I have a little building over there. So this over here is like where my base is. And, you know, if this gives anybody any ideas, you know, feel free. I don't really mind. There's the tanker truck, because I wanted to see what it looked like. But I like this particular building right here. Okay, you can see I've got my hub right there. But we're going to go into this building. This is my blueprint room. Check that out. I sunk it into the ground a little bit. And you know how hard, you know, I don't have I can't fly in the game yet. I have a jetpack, but that's as far as I got. So if I need to go up higher because I have to do some design work, I just take the elevator up to that particular floor and I can see over the entire thing. All the way around. So anything I want to build, I can build in this room. Granted, this is the Mark II. What do you think? You like it? I got the industrial lights instead of the signs up there. That was a mind job trying to wire that damn thing up. But yeah, I did this in 1.1. And I got a floor for every one of them, so design level 6. All the way up here. Because, I mean, think about it. If you put in, let's say, a power tower in there, right? You need to be able to get up to the upper floor. You can get right to it. Yeah, I don't have the hover pack yet. I've never used the hover pack because I've never unlocked it. I had the jetpack, like I said. I mean, I've got a jetpack, but I'm not using it. Now, that particular floor does not go to the elevator. You'll notice the elevator does not go to this floor right here. So in order to get to that floor, you got to go up the stairs right here. If I go to here, I can get to that part of the floor. Yeah, I was setting this up so when I go explore, I could just dump all of my stuff. And I was getting ready to plan a whole universal build plan here. A lot of it was going to be underneath. But like this over here was where the highway system was going to be in. You know, I just never got it built out. But yeah, I put these over here. I put these over here because I was going to make liquid biofuel. The whole idea was that I was going to process a whole bunch of like organic material into solid biofuel. Yeah, yeah, it's kind of like that. Yep. Do I have my smaller vehicle? I do not. Okay. Now, because I was talking to you guys about an industrial sort of style, I have my current steel building that I have in this playthrough is technically my industrial style. So I'll take you down. It's kind of a style. I don't know if I'm going to use it in the 1.2 play build. But it's this whole thing over here is industrial in design. So you can see that there's no main walls. It's all the metal. There's no elevator in the system. It's all done through this. This is the only fancy thing I have. This glass sort of thing where you can kind of see what's going up there. The only problem I have is I've fallen out of this damn thing. I don't know how many times. So I'm probably going to put glass on it. If I use the same style in the 1.2 playthrough that we're currently doing, I'm probably going to, if I use this style, I'm going to put glass in there because I've fallen out of this tower so many times. And you can see that I kind of have this little thing going. These things are a pain in the ass to set up. But once you get them set up, they're pretty nice. Yeah, I did a lot of decorating on this one. Of course, there's the power station, as you saw before. Of course, I've got my power. Looks like the Russian building from Call of Duty. Maybe, I don't know. It's... Maybe so. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm also running a mod over here. The coal power generator mod. Or no, these are the regular. I'm sorry, these are the regular coal generators. I actually had the power mod or whatever it is for a little while, and I switched it back to these. This took me forever to get this damn thing to balance out. But it works. Let's see, how much power am I? Because I have an oil refinery. Yeah, I'm making over 4,000 megawatts, so not a huge amount. But yeah, I got so far, and then I stopped because I started playing something else. So that's what this playthrough represents. Now. Yeah, I will be sort of doing something like this in my real playthroughs, or in the other one. Even though it is a big pain in the ass to set up, I'm still going to use it. Yeah, I mean, I've got... we kind of go up here. This is actually where my... truck stops are going to be, warehousing and all that was going to be on this floor. That's why it's all empty at the moment. But I have really high ceilings in this thing. This is where most of the stuff is made. I have a double stack. I have a double stack here with constructors. Sort of a design, so it's a double stack constructor with one of these. So you have copper, 30-30, making wire, so a little double station duty. I have multiples of these actually. You can see a lot of double stacking. It was sort of something I was toying with to kind of reduce the footprint, but still look, you know, industrial beams. And I'm probably going to bring this style over. I think I had the blueprints here. I have the blueprints over here. I might copy them over. Or maybe build a different version of it. I tried to do it with these, but it just didn't quite work out in this space. I got some crazy stuff going on in here, as you can tell. So I got more rotors than I'll ever know what to do with. More double stacking over here. What am I making over here? Concrete. So this is the concrete that I have brought over so I can make industrial case industrial beams. So that's what I have right there. I have, you know, motors being made over here. There's a lot of manufacturing going on in this particular building. Over here, I'm making stators. So yeah, lots going on over here. And this is just, I still have a whole nother floor. That's just that floor. I have a whole nother floor going on up here. So we're going to wrap this up. This is a tour of my old save, just so y'all know. I have a whole nother set of stuff being built over here. Of course, I have an awesome sink. I got pipes being made. Beams being made. So basically all the basic stuff is all up here being made. Right? Oh yeah, I'm also summer slooping. Or, you know, I got the summer sloops, which I've played with a little bit. I'm not using them in here, but yeah, you can see where it all comes in from. So it comes in raw here, gets built here, and then gets set downstairs. So I did like an inverted build here on this building. So everything processes from the top down. So it comes in raw, goes in iron ingots. It's the same build as what I've got over there. Right, making steel ingots. Beams and pipes are made here. Everything overflow goes into the sink. Otherwise, it goes downstairs. So, I think all I have up here is just the roof. I don't think I have anything being built up here. Yeah, it's just a roof. But yeah. So this is my older playthrough. So yeah, I'm definitely not one to shy away from design. There's definitely going to be a lot of design work going in. But at any rate, we need to wrap this up. I was only going to go 3 hours. We went almost 3.5. But yeah. So I got a lot of plans in my head here, but I have to get to the right point. I don't really scale up until I get to the tiers 5 and 6 anyway. That's why you saw in that playthrough that I didn't even have my iron factory fully built out. It was under construction because I had sort of a makeshift build down a ways away. So that way I could just get parts needed to get past all of the milestones. But now the milestones are so high, or at least the space elevator parts are so high. Yeah, it's going to be a minute. Some of that stuff's going to take 30 to 40 hours to get fully built out before we're done with tier 3 and 4. But at any rate, thank you all for coming out and hanging out with me. This was great. I'll be back on Monday for another live stream here. 8 o'clock Central Time. I usually go 2 hours, 8 to 10. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We just started streaming on YouTube here the first week of June. Still streaming on Twitch, of course. So whatever is your preferred method of watching content. You know, hopefully I'll get enough subs on YouTube and the hour requirements and all that jazz to get the monetization going, and then we'll be good on both sides there. But until then, you know, we're just gonna keep trucking forward. So I might do a recording for YouTube maybe on Sunday, on Father's Day. Maybe, I don't know. I gotta go to my mother's tomorrow, so we'll just have to see. But I'm gonna be doing a recording soon. Mostly just, kind of talking about the live stream a little bit. Maybe a little bit of a kind of tour of kind of what I've been messing with. But mostly I'm probably gonna do like blueprint designs and things like that. I'll have like a concept that I want to do and whatnot. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of crazy factory building in our future. All industrial looking and no fancy futuristic look. It's all going to be industrial, which is kind of what I wanted. At any rate, thank y'all for coming out. Have a good weekend. Have a safe Father's Day. And we'll see you Monday.